Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Meherun Nesa, lecturer, Department of Community Medicine of Bashundhara Ad-din Medical College. Today I will talk about referencing in scientific writing. As far we know, scientific writing is a form of technical writing on the basis of our scientific views in a written form that are present in a book or in presentation or any article. Now I am going to start my presentation. As far we know, reference. What is reference? Reference is a standardized way of acknowledging the sources of information and ideas that you have used in your assignment, thesis or any dissertation. Now come next, references stylus. There are many ways of setting out bibliographies and reference lists as for we know, like Vancouver style, also known as the numeric system style, and Harvard style, as known as author date system, APA style, American Psychological Association system, which is used for psychological or any educational writing, MLA system or modern language association, which is based on basically literature writing. References, how the references made it. As far we know, references are made in the form of text like quotation, paraphrasing or summarizing. Also at the end of text. Now come why we do reference. To avoid plagiarism, to credit the author or actual author, to show the original sources, to lend credibility to your work, to demonstrate your knowledge. The purpose of the reference to provide full citation for the articles referenced in the text, and the content, it should be a complete reference, include specific content, and the style, it depends upon the journal or university that you were chosen. And the length of the reference, ideally all the references necessary to cover all the relevant points, but it may varies from 6 to 100 according to different type of journal or university. Now come plagiarism. Plagiarism is taking, using and submitting the ideas, thoughts, writings of another person as own self. Recorded from the early 17th century, the word comes from Latin plagiarius, which means kidnapping. It is ethical to credit others for the contribution of your writing. It may be a legal obligation in the case of copyright, also to protect you in case of questionable allegation, to reflect your prior reading effort, to show the sequence of events involved in the resolution of a scientific problem. There are many kinds of scientific misconducts. As for trimming, altering one's data. Now cookie means selective reporting of one's data. Forging, making up of the data. These are all made by Charles Babbage. Here comes the elements of reference. For the reference, we have to follow some particular rules, like for the author family name, author initial or given name, the title of the article where appropriate, the title of the book or name of the journal, the edition for the, in case of book, the place of publication. Usually the name of the town or city is enough, the name of publisher in case of book, the year of publication, volume number and issue number for journal, and the page numbers where necessary. Now comes the abbreviation. Here are some abbreviation which are shown in this slide. Now come the steps of referencing. First of all, we have to identify the reference cited in a sufficient detail so that others may locate and consult your references. And record the full bibliograph reference details and relevant page numbers of the source from which the information is taken. Now come the punctuation marks. It is very important, and also the spaces in the reference list and the citation are very important. Follow the punctuation and spacing exactly. A reference list contains details of only those works cited in the text of the documents. These details may include sufficient details so that others may locate and consult your references. For the creating an list of reference, a bibliograph lists sources not the cited in the text but which are relevant to the subject used for background reading. A reference list should appear at the end of the essay or report with the entities listed numerically in the same order that you have been cited in the text. Also, the sources cited from the internet also should be in your reference list. In case of bibliography, there is a separate list form of reference list and should be arranged alphabetically by the author or title. Your reference list should be appear at the end of your essay or report with your entries listed numerically and in the same order that they have been cited in the text. Now comes the difference between the Vancouver and Harvard style. There are mainly three differences between Vancouver and Harvard style. As for the way the material cited in the text, the position of the publication date in a reference, the way the reference listed is ordered. Now we will know about Vancouver style. Vancouver style is widely accepted and widely used nowadays. A small group of editors of general medical journals met informally in Vancouver in British Columbia in 1978 to establish the guidelines for the format manuscript submitted to their journals. The group then became famous as a Vancouver group. Vancouver style is also known as a numeric style. As we know, it is commonly used in scientific journals. And in case of text citation, the Vancouver style is cited within the text are identified by Arabic number in a round bracket or in superscript manner. All of these forms of the noting numbers may be used as follows below. And in the original number assigned to the reference is reused each time the reference is cited in the text. When multiple references are cited at a given place in a text, use a hyphen to join the first and last numbers that are inclusive. Use commas to separate non-inclusive number in a multiple citation. As a general rule, reference number should be placed inside or outside the full stops and the commas and inside colons and semicolons. In text citation, in case of direct quotation, when you want to quote an author, you should insert the paragraph in the exact wording, including the punctuation, exact spelling. The shorter quotation up to 2 lines are placed within your own text with a single inverted commas. Longer quotation are placed separately with the left indentation without inverted commas. As for the examples are given below. Now come paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means that you use an author's ideas by putting them into your own words as part of your own text paragraph without inverted commas, but always in the proper in-text citation of the author. The use of paraphrasing rather than direct quotes is often preferred because it helps the creating flow in building logical arguments. As for example are given below. Vancouver style in text citation, where a work has more than 6 authors or editors, cite the name of the first name author or editor only, followed by et al. In case of many author. Example is given below. Where quoting directly from or referring to particular pages in a work, the relevant page numbers can be stated after the citation number in the following way. Now comes the Vancouver style in a journal article. The elements for the reference, first of all, the author's surname, author's initial name, the title of article, the title of the journal fully abbreviated, the year of publication, month, date, the volume number and the page number also. Here is the example. Now come the Vancouver style in case of website or internet. The examples are given below as for. And in case of thesis or dissertation, the elements should be author's surname, initials, the title of the thesis or dissertation, name of the university or institute with address, year of conduction of the thesis or dissertation with page numbers. Example is given below. Now come the Vancouver, example of Vancouver style in a reference list. Now come the difference between bibliography with the reference. Bibliography is a listing of all materials that you have been consulted while writing an essay, research report or a book. List of bibliography also includes sources not cited in the text but which are relevant to the subject and reviewed. References are those that have been referenced in the article, report or book. List of references containing details only of those works cited in the text. For good referencing, you have to keep a consistency. The reference must contain all the elements of specific reference style. Accuracy. The information contained in the reference must be accurate so that the reader can find the sources if they choose to do so. And the message: never pass off someone else's work writing as your own. Always acknowledge the researchers and the authors whose work you have referenced in your article. Make proper references, the information source. Make references using the recommended referencing style without mixing them. Here are some citation generating tools that are widely used as for below: Mendeley, Jotero, EndNote, Citaway, JabRef, RefWork, Cite This For Me, SiteMaker. Thank you.